Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 18, the perfection of renunciation. Text number 50 to 53. Siddhim prapto jata brahma tatapnoti no bodhame samasena iva kaunteya Nishta Jnana Shajapara Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukto Rityatmanam Niyanam Yacha Sabadhin Vishayam Chaktva Ragadvesho Vyudhashacha Vivikta Sevidagvasi Yatha Vakkaya Manasa Dhyana Juga Paro Nityam Vairagyam Samupashita Ahankaram Balam Dharapam Kamam Krodha Parigrajam Vimuchya Nirimana Santu Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, Bhakti Swami Prabhupada Ki. Being purified by his intelligence and controlling the mind with determination, giving up the object of sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred, one who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance and who is detached, free from false ego, false strengths, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship, and peaceful. Such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. Hare Krishna. So this verse, Prabhupada quoted here, this last 270, the purport is very, very powerful. Prabhupada loaded the purport with so many powerful points. And it will be nice to look at it very carefully. In the purport of this way, Prabhupada said, first of all, in this verse, a devotee is described as Samudra. Krishna called a devotee Samudra. What is so special about ocean? Ocean has ability of resistance. Ocean has ability of resistance. When the rivers flow incessantly, it remains the same. It remains the same. You're not agitated. You never complain. It's okay what is equal to it. And when no water is coming, it's dry, the ocean remains the same. No complaint. Satisfied with it. So Prabhupada said that is, Krishna said, that is the position of a devotee. A devotee is compared here to an ocean. That means we should practice resistance. Every devotee should practice resistance. Resistance is different from repression. They are two different things. What is the difference? The difference is that I have a desire to eat 2 plates of prasada. I have desire. I want to eat 2 plates of prasada. But I'm looking at everybody. What would they think about me? If I eat 2 plates, people are going to laugh at me. They will complain, oh, this man is eating too much. So I'm looking at all of you. Should I eat? Should I not eat? What would they think of me? I'm looking at that situation. Therefore, I'm not eating. That is dangerous because I will not be satisfied. And I am not being sincere or honest. That is repression. I'm simply repressing the desire which is there unfulfilled. One day it will offload, it will explode in a very negative way. That's the danger with that. Which is different from resistance. Resistance is that one is deliberately in knowledge. With knowledge, he's saying, no, I don't want to eat 2 plates. I want to take only 1 plate. This is only one, and it's good for me. For this purpose, I want to control my senses. Therefore, Prabhupada said here, he's not eating to become fat. This is resistance. One is controlling the senses, deliberately with knowledge. That is resistance. And that is ocean. And every devotee has to practice this if we want to be successful in Krishna consciousness. So, Prabhupada said in the purport that it is the taste of a devotee in Krishna consciousness. A devotee who is practicing Krishna consciousness, practicing resistance, will be tested to see how we are doing it. And what is that? It is not that a devotee who is practicing resistance, he is foolish. No. It's with intelligence. And renunciation is not also based on a denial, or I don't have the facility. No. Because I don't have the facility, therefore I'm eating 1 plate. That is 1 plate. That is not renunciation. That is starvation. Starvation is different from renunciation, from austerity. Austerity is different. Austerity means you have everything, but you are controlling the senses. That not because I have too much, then I should waste things. No. That is austerity. And that is the proof of a person in Krishna consciousness. That the senses are actually acting. The senses are fully active, they're acting. But intelligent person who want to practice renunciation is telling the senses, no. You cannot be gratified more than necessary. 1 plate is suitable for this body. 6 hours of sleep is suitable for this body. That is renunciation. That is austerity. Talking only about Krishna consciousness is suitable for this body. Not because I have tongue as you speak, but as you speak only sensible and beneficial things. That is austerity. Although the vast ocean is always filled with water, it is always, especially during the rainy season, being filled with much more water, but the ocean remains the same, steady as a devotee. It is not agitated, nor does it cross beyond the limits of its brink. That is also true of a person fixed in Krishna consciousness. A person fixed in Krishna consciousness put all his or her senses into sleep. The senses has to be put into sleep. Or we are practicing to put the senses to rest. As a person in Krishna consciousness. Putting the senses to rest means that the senses are regulated based on one's capacity, not by force. As long as one has a material body, the demands of the body for sense gratification will continue. As long as the material body is there, the demands for gratification continues. But a man of intelligence regulates the senses. So Krishna also described a devotee as tortoise. Tortoise uses the senses only when required. When there is danger, the tortoise will go back inside and close everything. He will close everything and remain inside. Only when he sees that the situation is peaceful, then he bring out the senses and see what to do. That's a devotee, the position of a devotee. It is not that one has become like a stone, senseless. That is not spirituality. The soul is an active entity. Active entity means that the soul is always functioning. Therefore, because the soul is functioning, the body also be stimulated. The body is stimulated because of the presence of the soul. The man of intelligence should learn to control the senses by regulating the senses to only the activities which are very useful, which are very helpful, which are beneficial. The devotee, however, is not disturbed by such desires because of his fullness. What is fullness? His or her Krishna consciousness is steady. The sadhana is steady. His understanding the scripture is steady. He understands why I should practice Krishna consciousness. Why should I be a devotee? There are so many religious organizations in this world, many everywhere in the world. Why should I choose this Krishna consciousness? A devotee should know this. Why should I choose the path that there are so many rules and regulations? Look at all Hare Krishna festivals. Hare Krishna festivals. How is it celebrated? Fasting. Your Jamasami, fasting. Your Guru Purnima, fasting. Your Dasami, fasting. All their festivals, fasting. Only one Krishna has no fasting. Jagannath. All their festivals are fasting. So why should one choose the path is full of fasting and not the path which is free? You can eat whatever you want any day, even including grains on Ekadasi. How many organizations these people are observing Ekadasi? They are teaching their followers to observe Ekadasi. How many organizations? Very rare to find. Look all around the societies. There are students that are eating everything, including eating Ekadasi, grains. But we have decided to follow the society which is restricting the senses from so many things. Why should one choose to that process? Because one knows that this process is bona fide. A devotee knows that this process is bona fide. Because we are not refusing anyone from gratifying the senses. We are simply requesting that every human being should give us sense gratification. Because sense gratification is very, very dangerous. How dangerous is sense gratification? It makes the soul to forget its identity. We forget I'm the spirit soul. We remember I'm only the body. And because of the body should be gratified. So we see that in this material world, everywhere in the world, people are struggling from morning and night, struggling from morning to night, day and night. What are they struggling for? Gratification of the senses, to satisfy the belly and the tongue. Sometimes in Brazil, when you look in the sky in Brazil, you see airplane like stars. When you look into the sky, you see so many airplanes in the sky. Because so many people are traveling. So many people are traveling. So it's like stars also. You see aircraft on the air. When you look in Brazil, you see that many. What is happening? Both day and night. What is happening? A struggle for sense gratification. Just to gratify the system. To forget that we are the spirit soul. For that, people are struggling like anything. Huh? But a fortunate person knows that this struggle is unnecessary. Therefore, naturally and willingly, he practices restraint of the senses, regulate the senses, so that we can be able to focus on the ultimate goal of life, the ultimate purpose of life, the goal of human life is to take to Krishna consciousness. Therefore, as Prabhupada said here, a devotee is full. A devotee is full. Because he's full, he's not empty. A devotee is not empty. If one is empty, there's a space to be filled up. If one is full, there's no space. It means that a devotee is so fixed in Krishna consciousness, so much so that there's no space for Maya. That's a devotee. We should practice our Krishna consciousness to this level, that there's no space for Maya. Maya has no space. We have no space for Maya. Maya has no time for us because we have already covered our time with Krishna conscious activities. 24 hours we are engaged in Krishna consciousness. The Maya has no time for us. So a devotee is full. To come to that platform is to remain no to sense gratification. If someone keeps knocking on your door and you refuse to open the door, will the person enter? No, the person will not enter. So if the Maya is knocking on our door and we remain no to the senses, one day the senses, they will leave us alone. This man refused to open door for me. That's Krishna consciousness. We should practice our devotional service, devotional life in such a way that Maya will not enter. And then we'll come to the conclusion. Yes, the goal of life is not to gratify the senses, but is to control the senses and let the senses be engaged in the service of Lord Krishna. A Krishna conscious man is not in need of anything because the Lord fulfills all his material necessities. Therefore, he is like the ocean, always full in himself. Sometimes when we hear like this, we're wondering. A Krishna conscious man is not in need of anything because the Lord fulfills all his material necessities. When we hear something like this, we wonder, is it true? It's not happening in my own life. This is not happening in my own life. Is it true? Yes. It may not happen in our lives, some of us, but it's happening in some others' life. Narada Muni saved one very dangerous hunter. And he engaged him in chanting the holy name. Narada Muni engaged him in chanting the holy name. He didn't give me anything else to do. He said, sit here. Narada Muni didn't tell him, go and look for, when you're hungry, go and beg food and eat. Narada Muni told him, sit here and chant the holy name. When you're hungry, I will give you food. He sat there and chanted. What happened to him? He sat there and followed the instruction the Guru gave to him without doubt. There was no slightly doubt in his heart. in his mind. He accepted everything fully. So he sat down there, he was chanting before Tulsi Devi. Now the Muni told him, if you do this, I will supply all your needs. He sat there, was doing that. And the whole world got to know that dangerous hunter had become a sadhu. Sadhu? Yes, a sadhu. You sure? I said, yes, let's go and see. Cultured people does not go to a sadhu with empty hand. Cultured people who are civilized, they go to sadhu with something. And thousands of people were coming to see the dangerous man who has become transformed. He's now a sadhu. He was not a sadhu type of a cat. One day cat became a sadhu. This was not a devotee made by Narada Muni. The cat became a sadhu, put on sannyas dress and chanting beads. And he was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So the mouse, they saw, sadhu! The cat has become a sadhu. So, what does it mean? It means you're not eating flesh? So, no, I'm a vegetarian now. No meat, no fish, no eggs, no gambling, no. I'm a sadhu, nothing. I've forgotten about eating flesh. So the mouse said, this is a great miracle. This is the power of the holy name. The holy name is powerful. This is the power of association with the sadhu. A sadhu has transformed this cat. The cat is now a devotee. So let us go and play with the cat. So all the mouse, they came together and they were chanting Hare Krishna with the cat. And the cat was thinking, just see. To get one rat is so difficult for me. The whole day I have to scheme like anything to get one rat to eat. But now, just see, all around me, all the mouths are all here with me now. So he threw out his sannyas dress, captured the rat and ate. The devotee Narada Muni made was not like this. It was a pure sadhu. We're not pretending. Pure. So when people heard that the dangerous hunter has become a sadhu, they all came and all of them were coming with something. In no time, the boga room was full. And then he started Food for Life. Haribo. Food for Life. Started a long time back. So the Prabhupada told us he is not teaching us something new. He is reminding us about things which you have forgotten. That's perfect. It's true. So he started Food for Life because one person, the bogorum is full. How much are you going to eat? So he started Food for Life, naturally. So Narada Muni fulfilled his statement, his promise. I will supply everything. So what is the difficulty? What is the problem? The problem is that we don't have the amount of faith that this devotee has. That is why there is difference. We don't have the amount of conviction that this person has and his guru. That is difficult. That faith is not there in Krishna. Therefore, the difficulty is there. Desires may come to him like the waves, the waters of the rivers that flow into the ocean, but he is steady in his activities, and he is not even slightly disturbed by desires for sense gratification. That is the proof of a Krishna conscious man. That is the proof of a Krishna conscious mind. One who has lost all inclinations for material sense gratification, although the desires are present. That we are devotees means that what we are practicing will show in our life. Because Krishna consciousness is practical. It's not just theoretical, it is practical. And it is we who should manifest what is going on in our practice. A person who is engaged in eating, what happens to a person who is engaged in eating? Every spoonful of the prasadam, or every morsel of prasadam he takes, hunger is reduced. And as he continues to eat, hunger will go. The person who is engaged in eating. Second, the person will become nourished and satisfaction. Three things are there for a person who is engaged in eating. Similarly, for a person who is engaged in practicing Krishna consciousness, a devotee practicing Krishna consciousness, the same three things will be there. What is that? Direct experience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Direct experience of Krishna consciousness. A devotee in Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said here, that is the proof of a man in Krishna consciousness, that he having direct perception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Direct, not theoretically, direct, because Krishna is a person. Two, no material desire. The material desires are going down. Material desires are going down. If they are practicing Krishna consciousness, the material desires should go down. And one should become satisfied in the practice. Sabai pomsa paro dharma leto bhakti adosaje. Ahitugia pratihata janma suprasidati. Atma suprasidati, the heart, the soul should be satisfied in Krishna consciousness. That is a person who is engaged in Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada said in this present text that such a devotee who is practicing Krishna consciousness is naturally detached. That I'm practicing Krishna consciousness shows that we are becoming detached from sense gratification. Practicing Krishna consciousness, there should be natural detachment. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. A devotee in Krishna consciousness, a devotee practicing Krishna consciousness, who is practicing Krishna consciousness, naturally two things will experience. Costless knowledge will develop. And to prove the existence of costless knowledge, natural detachment. For one who is engaged in Krishna consciousness, knowledge means that one is detached from sense gratification and very attached to Krishna consciousness. Such a devotee naturally prefers to live in a secluded place Live with devotees. Live in the temple, where his or her practice is supported by other devotees. Krishna consciousness is a supporting system. We need support because you cannot make it alone. Living in a secluded place means we should live with devotees. Living alone means to live with devotees. That's what it means. To live alone, to live in a secluded place, means to live with devotees who are also having the same mindset. Because it is natural, the bird of the same feather will fly together. It's natural. He does not eat more than what he requires, and he controls the activities of his body and the mind. He has no false ego because he does not accept the body as himself. False ego means I have accepted this body to be the self. That is false ego. The beauty of Krishna consciousness is so wonderful, so sweet, that what the knowledge of Krishna consciousness, one can see everything clearly, just like an educated person can read the book easily. False ego means one have accepted the body to be the self. And anger also means that I have accepted the body, therefore anything which goes contrary to the body, I will react to it negatively. For example, if someone steps on your feet, how do you feel? If someone steps on your feet, your feet, not yours. Somebody does not step on you, but step on your feet. How do you feel? Happy? Huh? Somebody step on your feet. How do you feel? Happy? No, you are stepping on my body, not me. Huh? Why do you do that to me? I'm Mr. This and Mr. That. What do you recognize me? The person has not stepped on you, he has stepped on the body. Because we have accepted the body to be the self, we are reacting negative. That's false ego. False ego means we are the body. Inferiority complex and superiority complex also means we are the body. Both of them are on the bodily platform. I'm superior to you, you are inferior to me. It's the body. The soul is never inferior or superior. It's different. Devotees knows this, therefore they are not proud. He is satisfied with everything that is offered to him by the grace of the Lord, and is never angry in the absence of sense gratification, nor does he endeavor to acquire sense objects. Thus, when he is completely free from false ego, he becomes non-attached to all material things, and that is the stage of self-realization of Brahman. Hare Krishna. Comments or questions?
Maharaj, I have one question.
Yes, actually.
Sometimes when I... Maharaj, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
When I chant Sri Hare Krishna Mahamantra, many times I chant, means I feel very happy. But sometimes Maya means material kinds of some activities disturb me. Then need some, means if some difficult, feeling more difficult, then need some medicine or yoga practice for more concentration.
No, you need the association of a sadhu.
Yes,
Not yoga, asana. You need association of a sadhu. In that association, this is a recommendation from Bhakti in Harinam Chantamani. Chant with a pure devotee who has taste in the name. It's only His Holiness Sachinanda Maharaj will be conducting Golden Retreat very soon here in Vrindavan. So you should try to attend that seminar, that retreat. It's only 7 days. Very sweet, very sweet. If you attend that seminar, after that your japa will be very sweet, because you will learn some things. You will chant together with the person who has taste in chanting, and chanting with the person who has taste in chanting is not just sitting there. You should look at him. You should look at him. You should look at him. See his ecstasy in chanting. See his taste in chanting. That will transfer to you. His energy will be passed down. That's the secret of chanting. You should learn the secret of chanting. If you don't chant with a sadhu, it's not possible. You must chant with a sadhu. One who has taste. One who is superior to us in chanting. One who has attachment for the holy name. Chant with that person. Second, when the mind takes us to unnecessary things, you should feel sorry and beg Krishna for forgiveness. Krishna, oh, this demon has attacked me. Please forgive me. Please, this demon, oh Krishna, forgive me. By doing this sincerely, Krishna will know, oh, he is no more interested. Now he's looking for me. And Krishna will help us with the strength to overcome it. 3. Observe Ekadasi. Observe Ekadasi. Janmashtami. Very nicely. 4. You should pray. Pray to Krishna. You should pray to Krishna for help. Krishna, I want to chant the holy name, but I don't have the strength. Krishna, I don't have strength, and I can never have strength on my own to do it, so I need your help. This is the teaching from Bhakti Thakura. Oh, Vaishnava Thakura, alone, I have no strength to chant the holy name, alone, on my strength. I don't have millions and millions of lifetimes. I will never have the strength to chant the holy name. Therefore, I'm begging you, please, with a particle of faith, give me the treasure of the holy name. If this becomes our state of mind, Krishna, who is sitting there, seeing our desire, he will help us. There are practical technologies in Krishna consciousness, but we need to apply them. If you don't apply them, just theoretically, just going on as a devotee, just theoretically, just going on, just take bead and chant alphabet, hissing sound, the name will not come. The pure name will not come. 5, we need to be humble. We need to be humble. Teacher Mahu taught us that. China pi shuni chena, taroda pi shahishtana. Amanina mana dena. Then kirtanaya sadahari. All right. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Okay, nice.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for the nice class. I have one friend that has problems following the 4 yogic principles. I gave him some suggestions, but I would like to know, maybe you have some suggestions.
Which of them?
Illicit sex and intoxication, mostly illicit sex.
Okay. Yes. shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise that someone is having difficulty with illicit sex. So first of all, we should understand why this illicit sex is so difficult to control. You should understand it. Because if you don't understand something, you cannot overcome it, and you cannot do it perfectly. If you don't understand something, you can't do it perfectly. To do it perfectly, you must try to understand it. So why is it so difficult? Because what is opposite of lust? Love, right? Pure love. Which is Krishna, right? So a transformed love of Godhead is lust. So do we expect it to be less? Do we expect it to be less? It must be powerful like the origin. Is it not? And we are helpless. Therefore, we should submit ourselves before Krishna. We should cry. We should cry. Cry, Krishna. Cry. We should cry, Krishna. Don't see, I am helpless. I cannot. Help me. If you don't present our case to Krishna, if the child does not present the case to the parent, what happened? So first of all, we should understand why it is so difficult. And it means that our sinful activities are so gross. So gross. Those who are in the mode of goodness, not lust. It's not lust. In the mode of passion and ignorance, heavy lust. Heavy. So we have to work at the modes that is affecting us. How to work on that? Lord Krishna recommend Mam Chayuva Bebi Charana Bhakti Yogana Sevate Sagona Samayata Itan Brahmabuya Kalpate. To be promoted to the stage of Brahman, one need to be steady in practice. Steady in practice. Steady. Steady practice. We will be able to have the strength. Another reason, and the point for us we want to control. If I don't want to smoke, what should I do? If I don't want to smoke, what should I do? Don't go and associate with people who smoke. Is it not? No, go to places where smoking is engaging. No, contemplating on the cigarette. Similarly, if you want to control, then we should try not to meditate. If you don't want to meditate, don't look at the object more than necessary. Because anything will look more than necessary, but Gita tells us attachment will be developed for it. So the mind has to be properly engaged. So, for such a devotee, tell him or her that he should work very hard physically. No spare time. He should work physically very hard. He should be so busy in Krishna consciousness. At every given time, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. Lust will give him chance. Hare Krishna. Does it make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
My question is,
Maharaj, my question is this all quality written of devotees. So, like, how can we find that kind of devotee just by associating with that kind of devotee? Our chanting is purifying Krishna, Leela, remembering, just like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is walking. So one washerman touch his body, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touch washerman body, and then he felt ecstasy and love for Krishna, love. But how can we find, just like if somebody is saying he is sannyasi, he is chanting 108 rounds every day, he is waking every day morning, but I am going to associate with that kind of sannyasi, but I am not getting power. So what I will feel? Like, how can I increase my just association with that kind of devotee, this kind of quality, or how can I find?
Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the first canto of Bhagavatam, in the purport, the essence of association is to hear, not to go and see him. It's to go and hear. The essence of association is to go and hear, not to go and see. So you are going to a sadhu, oh, okay, he's chanting more than 8 rounds. Let me go and see if you purify me. You won't get anything. Go and hear him, and whatever you hear, follow it. You should go not to go and see him. You should go to go and hear. There is something that there's some contamination which is in our heart unnoticed, or we don't even see how dangerous it is. Most of the times you are going to a class understanding what is he going to speak. This devotee, what can he speak? Yes. So you are going to that place, you will never hear anything, you will never get purified. Majority of us go to class like that. Contamination is blocking us from getting what is available. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's style of embracing someone and the person automatically become a pure devotee and start chanting, it's not our system now.
Just looking or is speaking something.
Now you should go and hear.
Whatever he was speaking,
Yes.
the people started following and started giving, just like Prabhupada went to America and they
Yes.
all changed, all the people he changed.
Yes.
Because of hearing of Prabhupada words.
Yes.
So that kind of, why not it's happening with...
If we have the devotees who came to Prabhupada, they have a strong attachment for him. So Prabhupada is pure. They also have strong attachment for him. So much so that even a common journalist who came to interview Prabhupada saw, this your disciple, they practically worship you. What do you do for them? They love you. You could see that. Do we have that quality? No. It should not be one-sided. It should be both-sided. A guru must be bona fide. A disciple must be bona fide. If the disciple is bona fide, the guru is not bona fide, nothing will work. If the guru is bona fide, the disciple is not bona fide, nothing will work. Both of them must be bona fide. Both of them. Unflinching faith is required. Then we can experience what is available. What we are looking for is available in Christian consciousness. What we are looking for is available. It is available. There is no time Krishna has ever left anyone alone. There is no time. But we should have the qualification to penetrate it and get it. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.